Every time an event in Million Lords comes around with a shop tied to it, then I release a video analyzing the value of each item within the shop in terms of sapphires and relate it to its event currency to let you know what the best values are and then rank them for you guys so you know how to spend your event currency. So let's get into it. First things first, how to earn this currency. There are a few different ways. One way, which is paid, is within the bundle that you get to choose. You can get 1,000 of the honey crystals. Another way is when you're looking around the map, you get these little things that pop up that your harvester will collect, and they look like that, but one of them will be honey crystal. You can tap on that and collect it. The other way is through your clan. Your clan members each day can give you 5 of them, and so hopefully you're in a full clan, active clan, they'll give you those, get them every day. Another way is through your expedition. Now this is the item expedition. You can see the icon here and it'll show you the options. You can get 10, 100 to 1.2K honey crystals. I haven't had much luck. I've been getting 10s all around, but this is one of the better ways to earn them. And the last way is through promo codes. I've seen a promo code come out. I do have to reach out to the person to ask if it's still active, and maybe even I have a promo code. I haven't checked my Discord recently, but I might post that in the description if I do. So now let's get into the ranking. Basically, how I rank them is you'll see like a sapphire here. Obviously, the 50 sapphires is worth 50 sapphires, but it is costing 300 honey crystals. And so what I do is I take the 50 sapphires divided by 300, and that gives me a value of 0.17 sapphires per honey crystal. And so obviously you want a higher value, so the higher the better. And this is actually one of the first events that the legendary item is ranked pretty high on this. Normally it's ranked around the middle, but let's get into the ranking here. I'm gonna zoom out so you guys can see everything clearly. And to start it off, I'm gonna say that the troops and gold within the event, it's kind of a wild card because since VP is based off trooper gold, very little bit on gold, but because gold can be used to boost your VP through city upgrades and then boost your troop production. But so that it's kind of hard to exactly say, but troops definitely, they're up there at the top, I'd say, because you can basically buy your ranking in the season. If you maximize, of course, get as many cities, upgrade all your cities at the end of the season, you can then buy troops and get your ranking up a bit higher if you're just below placement or you want to get like a higher placement reward. Then going from there, you go into the legendary item, and I'm going to evaluate that at 4,000 sapphires which is around like $30, $40. And although most of the time you can see within event stores that it's worth like $75, but that's for a specific legendary. And so for a random legendary, which this event gives, it will not be the $75 valuation that I would give, that some may give it. It would be more like $30, $40 realistically. And if you buy, I think it'd be 3 or 4, it would be 3. You can buy 3 mighty chests, and there's a decent chance within those mighty chests and like mighty jewel boxes and crates that you would get a legendary, and at the very least you would earn more sky dust than a legendary would be worth if you got a duplicate. With the Mythic, it's ranked at 0.75 sapphires per honey crystal. And so that is with a 1,500 sapphire evaluation. This is because I believe it's worth between 1 and 2 mighty chests. And mighty chests is worth 1,200 sapphires. And I don't think it's necessarily worth 2 of them, but is at very least worth 1 of them. Likely you'll get a mythic from a mighty chest, but even if you don't, then of course the sky dust that you earn from the mighty chest will be more than the mythic value if you're just gonna like dust the mythic, if you have that mythic already, or you have the legendary counterpart of it. So that's why I'm ranking at that. For speed boost, each speed boost is worth 25 sapphires, last I checked, at least. And so there's 10 of them, so that'd be worth 250 sapphires. And so if you take the value, then it is a 0.63 sapphire per honeycrystal evaluation. And of course, again, as I said, at 250 sapphire evaluation. Then going to the skill reset. For skill resets, I'm kind of thinking that the general person resets between 3 to 4 times per season. And as you go, it goes from like 50 to 100 to 150, 200. And so 3 to 4 times, which would be 3 to 500 sapphire evaluation. And that brings it to 0.38 to 0.63 sapphires per honeycrystal. And so that is a pretty decent value. And of course, if you are more pay to win, then this will be worth more, especially end of season. Maybe you've used like 10 skill resets already and you are, as I said, more pay to win. You're trying different strategies maybe, or you need to reset a lot for big walls or heavy hitters, then it will be higher for the amount of skill resets that you use. And so that can be ranked higher if you're more pay to win or you're more like active, aggressive player. So that is something that can vary, but I think the average person in Million Lords resets between 3 to 4 times a season. Personally, I reset 1 to 2. So going on to Watcher, the Watcher is, I'm ranking at a 0.5 sapphire per honeycrystal evaluation. And that is at a 150 sapphire evaluation. This is because when you go to shop, you can see that the Watcher you can buy for 1,500 sapphires. Now this item in the event shop is for 3 days, which is 1/10 of a month, or like 1/10 of 30 days. So instead of 1,500, it's worth 150 sapphires. So that's how I kind of did it, and that brings it to 0.5. So going on to the jewel boxes, chests and case, they all cost the same in shop, and they're all rated the same in the event. And basically, if you buy a 5-pack, then they are worth 135 sapphires per box. And if you buy them just singularly, then they're worth 150 sapphires. And that's just in shop. You can check that yourself. And that ranks them at a 0.34 to 0.38 sapphire per honeycrystal evaluation. Going on to Weapon Master. Weapon Master and Harvester, they cost the same in shop and in the event. So they are at a 100 sapphire evaluation because in shop you can buy them for 1,000 for 30 days, but it's only 3 days, so divide by 10, worth 100. And so those are both at 0.33 sapphires per honeycrystal, and those are ranked right after each other. Normally I'd rank the Harvester a bit lower, but because this event boosts your daily collects for the Harvester up to 600 versus 60, then it is worth more during the event time. So going on to the main city change. Personally, the main city change, you get them through the item expedition that you run for honey crystals. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be running the honey crystals expedition during this time, and so you're going to get them. I personally have like 6 to 8 of them in my storage already, or like in my bag. So I'm not going to be using the actual sapphires to change my city anytime soon. And personally, I don't really change my city more than 1 time a season anyways, but it does cost 200, so that's what I'm going to rank it as. And for that, then it is a 0.25 sapphire per honeycrystal evaluation. Going on to sapphires, there are 50 of them, so they're worth 50 sapphire evaluation, and that is a 0.17 sapphire per honeycrystal evaluation. The last one is the fresh start. This one's pretty low compared to when you start at the top with the legendary and troops and whatnot. It is a 200 sapphire evaluation. I believe yeah, your first one's free for the season, but beyond that, it's 200. And that is ranked at just 200 because I don't think anyone really is going to be using their fresh start more than once. I would maybe use it, like if you're a fresh player and you are in bronze, you screwed up your season, and you kind of just want to start fresh. Maybe you watched a couple videos and realized you're not really using your skill points and whatnot effectively, then I would maybe use a fresh start there. And so that's why I don't think it's super valuable anyways, but also it ranks pretty low at 0.13 sapphires per honey crystal. So that's the worst one by far. 200 sapphire valuation, as I said. And that pretty much wraps it up, boys. I tried to run through them, keep this video a bit shorter for you. And I probably rambled on more than I should, but whatever. As you can see, I am level 1. I have barely any troops and Valor points right now. I am going to try to grind up to the ranking to get me into Diamond. That I'll be doing these next 6 to 8 hours. So keep tuned for that next video. Maybe I'll make it, maybe I won't. Honestly, I might just give up at the end, but we'll see. And definitely going to be a grind. Otherwise, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, all that other bullshit. Definitely join my Discord for updated promo codes, monthly giveaways, which I'm actually going to start the giveaway pretty soon now. I'm trying to think of the right thing to make the giveaway on, but it'll be $30, whatever, nothing crazy. And yeah, that link will be in the description of this video, as well as the list of rankings if you want to just view them in a list format. So have a good day. Bye.